Later on, I'll introduce the resource person. So let me introduce our faculty to you all, Somen and your team.
Yes.
So Professor K.K. Jha, I don't think he needs further introduction because he's been in constant touch with you. But yes, yeah, for your other team members, he's the professor and head of the Department of Agriculture Extension. And we have this new program called Student Ready Program, which we are starting for the very first time with this new batch. So they are in the final year. So we start under that SRP, we have 3 components. That is experiential learning, which is earn while you learn. So that's the basic concept. We give some seed money and with which they have to do some kind of business. So we have a team called a core committee is there, and in which Professor Jha is the member secretary, and he's also taking care of the industrial attachment. So he's member of our Student Ready Program Committee. So today he's here because of that. Then we have with us Professor Vidyarthi, VK Vidyarthi, who is the head. I think if you can just raise your hand, then others will see. He's the professor and head of the livestock production management. And then they are offering two modules. That is the poultry technology and the dairy technology. So 2 modules from their department, and that's why he's also here as a team. Then we have Dr. I'm just looking at the video and then trying to figure out who is there. Okay, so Dr. AP Singh, I can see Dr. AP Singh. So yeah, he's from the Department of Agronomy, and he's taking care of the organic farming and his organic farming module. And then we have Dr. Pankaj Nyok. He's from entomology department, and he's taking care of the exam section. So he's here. And I can't, why others' video are not visible, I don't know, but let me go to the participant list. Yeah, Dr. Imtinaro. She is from the Department of Entomology, and she's taking care of sericulture, commercial sericulture, sorry, in this ELP program. Then we have Dr. Narola Ponginer. She is from the Department of Plant Pathology, and she's taking care of mushroom cultivation. Then we have Dr. Razanino. She is from the Livestock Production Management Department, and she's taking care of the poultry module. Then any others? I think Professor Tompang, he's unable to join at this point of time. He'll join maybe after some time because of some assignment. He was telling he'll maybe able to join after some time. So Professor Tompang is from agronomy, and he's taking care of this ELP program. And also, yeah, he's from the department who's taking care of the organic farming sector. So this is just our faculty members, and I'm from Department of Horticulture. So we are here as a team and convener of that Student Ready program as well. So I think now we can start.
Yes, Madam, shall I introduce my team also, our team?
Yeah, sure,
yeah.
Sure, please.
Yeah, so I am Soman. I'll be taking today's session. I'm a graduate of IIT Guwahati and IIM Lucknow, and then coming with an 12-year of entrepreneurship experience. And I've been associated with your university as well for some workshop and seminars in past. And then I run an organization called Time, and then we also have the chain of school called Kindergarten. So along with me, we have in our team Mr. Anandru Bhattacharya. Sir, could you please introduce yourself? Anand, sir. Hello, Anand, sir, can you hear? Okay, I think he's not audible or whatever. So Mr. Anandar Bhattacharya, he comes with again almost like 20 years of work experience from the industry, from the corporate. Just a minute. Hello. Sir, can you introduce yourself?
I think he has not joined yet.
I can see him actually.
Oh, I'm not able to see him.
Hello, sir. Can you hear? Okay. I think he's not audible. So let me just introduce on behalf of him. Let me introduce him. Yeah, so he comes with an almost like 20 years of work experience, particularly in the domain of marketing. He has worked with different organization, education industry, and then also some other FMCG industry. Along with me, my other team member is Madam Bittu Chhetri. Madam Bittu Chhetri, can you introduce yourself?
Oh yeah, sure. First of all, a very good afternoon to all of you there. I'm Bittu Chhetri, and I have passed out from NEHU. I've been a student of literature. I've had my experience in the field of teaching for quite some time now. I was into A-levels, which is purely Cambridge education, in my first years of my work tenure, followed by being a GRE, GMAT, and SAT instructor, especially in the verbal department. And I'm working in time presently as a CAT instructor. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. And the other team member with me is Madam Janu Das. So can you introduce yourself?
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. So I have passed out from Guwahati University after my LLM, and presently I am a practicing advocate and also a trainer associated with time. I completed my CS intern and also my MBA.
Thank you, Janu. The other I can see is, yeah, Mr. Manashish Datta.
Hello everyone, myself Manashish Datta. I am presently a faculty of Time Institute. I am looking after the quantitative aptitude and I am passed out from Guwahati University. I pursued electronics and telecommunication engineering and currently working as a faculty in Time Institute. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Other team member is Mr. Prashanjit Chakravarti. So he's also here.
Hello everyone. Good evening everyone. Actually, I'm unable to. I'm fighting with the system right now, so that I can turn on the video. Okay. So my name is Prasanjit Chakravarti. I am an engineer. I come from an engineering background. I have also done my MBA in finance and marketing. So I have been working in time for the past 4 years, and I take up and I train students for quantitative aptitude and data interpretation. I also have a sales background in telecom sector. So I would, in this particular session with us, in this session with the students, I will be giving them some basic inputs regarding operations management and finance management. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. So that's what is our team member, madam.
Okay, thank you so much, and welcome to Nagaland. So start virtually because we can't have a physical presence here, but we would like to welcome to Nagaland University. Actually, School of Agriculture, Science and Rural Development. This is one campus out of the 6 schools. We have this one school that is here, and we have like 12 departments. And most of, in this student ready program, we are 6 departments who are offering these courses. That's why the faculty in those departments are here. Actually, this is, as I said, this is a new program. And so the students of final years, they are going to, like this 10 days of their program. At the end of this program, we want them to come up with a business proposal. So under the guidance of all of you, we expect them to understand what is business all about, and also to be very precisely preparing the business proposal. And on the last day, we are wanting them to submit the business proposal based on the modules that they have selected. So they have like some 20 students in some modules, 11 students, some modules, 16 students, like that. There are different student group in each module. So they'll have to make a business proposal where they already anticipate what will be the investment and what will be the returns. And according to that, they have to work on it throughout this till December. We want them to work till December, and by end of December, where they have to submit their whatever they have done and whatever they have earned from their business. So basically, this is targeted towards them. But over and above that, there are just 51 students there in that batch. But then we also wanted our other students to also take the benefit of hearing from all of you, very renowned personalities. That's why we have invited other students as well. So our other students also because the basic idea is that in our campus, we also want to create an entrepreneurial atmosphere so that the students, they don't think just about getting the government job, and then only in our sector, but we also want them to explore other avenues to take up as an enterprise. So through this program, we hope that their mind will open up to become an entrepreneur one day. So with this hope, we are having this program, and this program is being organized and sponsored by STINER. STINER means Science and Technology Intervention in Northeast region. Our campus has been very fortunate to have this first project from Ministry of Donor, and this is actually a project for the whole Northeast, but then we got the first privilege of having this project. So under this, we kind of promote this entrepreneurial activity in the state. And so we also target the colleges and the school kids at different districts. But as of this time, we're targeting mostly our students to know more about the entrepreneurial skill. So with this, I now hand over the whole session to Somen and your team, and you can take our students for this long session of the workshop on the entrepreneurship. All the best.
Okay. Thank you, madam, and thank you all the organizers for this opportunity for us also to interact with the the youth of Nagaland and the prospective entrepreneurs of Nagaland. So without delaying, let's start with the training program. So the entire training is designed in such a manner that we'll introduce the business plan, the outline of the business plan in the third day session. Today we'll be discussing about the business model, and tomorrow mainly on the business communication and how to writing business communication and writing part. Third day we'll introduce the business plan, and then each day we'll be taking up each section of the business plan, like different section like marketing, HR, finance, and operation. So each day we'll be taking one section, and then finally we'll end up with the process of setting up an enterprise with the legal legal aspect. And then we'll ask you to submit the business plan according to the module, according to the section which we will be training to you in this entire program. Now, as madam said that there are different groups, so each group can prepare a business plan, and business plan will be of three parts basically. One will be the executive summary, that is 1 or 2 page two-page document. Now, and then the entire detailed project report, or we call it a business plan. And the third part will be a presentation. If your business plan gets selected by some organization or maybe a bank, financial institution, then you'll be asked to give a presentation. So we'll also discuss upon how to do the presentation to the the organization of the financial institution. Now you can also send us the executive summary so that I can also review from our side on our team side. We can review the executive summary before you finalize the business plan. That is also possible from our end to review your executive summary. All right. So today, let me just share my screen and then let's start it. And as a protocol, if you have either, I'm just talking to the participant. If you have any question, you can very well ask during the session. But there is a chat box also, I think, so you can also write in the chat box, and make the session interactive. Then only it will be good. Otherwise, we'll since it's an online mode already, we cannot see you. So even if we do not even hear you, then we'll feel like that nobody is there in the session. So make it interactive, then it will be very good, and we can also you can also learn more from us. So I'll switch off my video, and then I'll just share my screen. Okay, hope it is visible to all of you.
Yes.
Yeah, it is visible.
Right. So the topic of this program, or the theme of the program, is the next big opportunity post-COVID. Now, in fact, it is really a good opportunity coming up in the entire industry for the startup, for the small businesses, and particularly if you look at Northeast, then definitely a big opportunity is coming up in the Northeast itself. So let's get prepared on it. And before this COVID thing happen, if we do our homework, our preparation, our project report preparation, and also preparation of our business, it will be good. When the COVID goes away, then you can directly jump into the venture directly. I hope this time is coming soon. So let's get aggressive and start preparation for our business now onwards. Okay. So these are few of the objectives which we thought of for the program. Now, first is, of course, like why people choose to become an entrepreneur, and why you want to become an entrepreneur. That need to be very, very clear. Until unless you are focused on this particular point, things will not happen. So focus is very, very important, and you have to choose entrepreneurship as a career. And why people choose entrepreneurship as a career, that we'll discuss in a brief note here. Then identify different type of entrepreneurs, different kind of entrepreneurs, and also we'll discuss or touch upon the sustainability concept, which is a very important concept nowadays. And particularly because of the COVID, we are very much in requirement of this sustainability concepts, which we'll discuss in this. Then we'll also touch upon what are the various personality traits for becoming a successful entrepreneur. Then we'll start with the business model. Business model is basically how you make money from the business. That is, in the layman language, that is a business model, the entire designing of the business. Then as discussed, we'll touch upon the communication, team building skill, basic of marketing, finance, operation, and process of setting up the new venture. And then overall, all together, this will write the business plan. So this is the final objective, that you should be able to write a business plan after attending this 10 days of workshop. Okay. Now, just ask you that how many of you want to become an entrepreneur? Now, can any student or any participant, can you tell like if you want to become an entrepreneur? Any student or any participant can unmute and then just say if you really want to, you want to become, or you're just attending the training just for the sake of attending training. Am I audible?
Dear students, please interact. Unmute yourself and you can interact.
Yeah, request our students to kindly interact. Don't worry about the teachers being here. We also listening. All our teachers, we are also as good as you as a student. So don't worry. Please ask questions, and if you feel hesitant, you can also put.
They have written one message. They can't unmute by themselves, so they can write in chat box.
No, this one, Lawrence.
Lawrence has to allow.
Lawrence, can you just, I request the participant, the students, especially the final years, to kindly raise your hand, and Lawrence can unmute you and then make you, upgrade you. So please go ahead. Final years, please.
Yeah, under more setting, you can go for raising hand, and then Lawrence will unmute.
Yeah, so
Yeah, one student has written, may sound worldly, but I want to earn more money with no limitations of salary.
all right, so I can
Yeah.
see that, so you want to make money, you want to make money, as a result, you want to become an entrepreneur. All right, so let's not get into much detail. So, various people might have various, objective for becoming an entrepreneur. Some of you might think of earning money. Some of you might think of, become your own boss. Some of you might think of, making your own identity. And, some of you, on a lighter side, some of you can think of, I can avoid getting married, because remember, nobody will marry an entrepreneur because he or she will not have any earning, right? And if you get a typical example of Reliance, he asked money as a dowry for his marriage, and with that he started his, the venture. So, ask for dowry without feeling guilty, on a lighter note. All right. Now, at the end of the day, I think we all want to become our own boss. We want to start a venture because we want that even after our death, the venture should exist, and the name of that will exist and will become immortal. That is something, I think is everyone's mindset. We have become entrepreneurs, and our mind also is in that manner only, that at the end of the day, even if after our death, our enterprise will remain, and then it will be in name, and people will know who are the founder of this. So that is immortality, we can gain by starting our own venture. Now, where from the motivation comes, for becoming your or starting your own venture, it is like self motivation. If you tell that you want to make money, but it is very clear and very right to say that first 3 years you will not see money. Where the money is coming, you will not see. So the motivation of earning more and more money will go. And if you leave your enterprise that time, then you'll go back to the job world and you can never become entrepreneur. So, to become an entrepreneur, you have to be self-motivated. The motivation should come from within. And there's a word in, called ENTREPRENEURSHIP. ENTREPRENEURSHIP, that is, a motivation from within. So that is something, should be there in a person's mind who is thinking of becoming an entrepreneur. Now, why in India we have less entrepreneurs? That is a point of thought, because we have so many people, so many students, but if you look at the entrepreneurs, are very few. The one of the most challenging in that scenario is that when we are in school, we are given this thought process from our parents, from our teacher, or from our surroundings. Then you have to be an engineer or a doctor. Trust me. I'm from Northeast, and I'm from exactly the from the background of yours. And I'm studied in Arunachal Pradesh, and we have seen just few vehicles in the road on and few engineers, doctors who were doing good. And as a result, everyone was telling us, on even today, parents always push us to become an engineer and doctor. And one day, when we become an engineer, or when we reach the college, and then we just do the time pass for 2-3 years, and then final year we wake up and say that, oh, my seniors has got placed, and then we just wake up and then start preparing for placement. And as a result, what happened? The people who are very creative, during the childhood, their creativity has been killed because they were given the pressurized, given the pressure to just to prepare for, engineering and medical. And once they end up in the college, they are again they are again pressurized for preparing for placement. Job is the only, thing which we have heard in the college. Now, as a result, the people who are very bright, very creative, their creativity is also gone, and who are not creative, they are just getting some shine, some polishes for the placement. And we never look entrepreneurship as a career, and we join entrepreneurship only when we think that we have not got a good job. And as a result, India, the enterprises are less and startup are less. We join when there is a necessity. When we do not get a good job, then we think that entrepreneurship is a solution. Whereas in United States or in Europe, if you look at the enterprises, they are mission driven. They decide that we will do something, and then they join. So this is the very difference what we see from the Indian enterprises and the the United States entrepreneurs, that necessity driven versus mission driven. And remember that just when you have thought of doing a module under the Steiner and preparation of a business plan, don't keep yourself limited to just the preparation. You should begin an enterprise as soon as possible. And trust me, there is no right time for it. There is no right time. This is the right time, and you have to capture that. So once this creativity is skilled, and when you want to become an entrepreneur, then you go in the society and say that, okay, now I want to create my own venture. But what the society demands, that if you want to start your own venture, you have to be creative. But the creativity has been killed. But don't worry, there is something called art of jugaad. Jugaad, that art you need to learn. Now, let me just tell you a story now. There is a situation when in a state, in primary schools, the government decided that the primary teaching should be entirely in English medium. Now, that particular state, the school teachers in the primary section, they were panicking. They were thinking that we ourselves do not speak in English. How can we make our children to speak in English? And then also the entire medium of instruction is English. Now, in primary school, normally what is taught is like essay, letter, presses. Now, what the teachers have done, they have asked 200 essays. They've given the student 200 essays and asked them just mug up, commit, and vomit in the exam. And they've given the essays like write an essay on cow, write an essay on house, write an essay on man, write an essay on book. There are so many essays which you normally read in the schools. Now, they have given this essay to mug up, and just when the essay comes in the exam, go and write the essay in the exam. Now, in the exam, when the student went, they got an essay, write an essay on tree. But this was not taught to the student, and then students were panicking. What will we write now? Because we do not have the knowledge of essay on tree. So one smart student, what he did, he drew up a tree on the paper, and then he drew up a cow, and then he tied the cow to a tree. What he start writing the essay like this: a cow is tied to a tree. Then he started writing, a cow has 4 legs, a cow has 2 eyes, because he knew the essay on cow. So that is the jugaad. That is the jugaad, the primary kid has done to pass the examination. Now, as a graduate or as an entrepreneur, you have to learn this jugaad. Now, this entrepreneurship is not always like, like bringing a new idea, an innovative idea. It is not always like that. You'll have to bring a very innovative idea, then only you'll be successful. It can be a replication of the idea in another geography. That idea may be there, but you are just replicating that idea in your geography. That also is an enterprising activity. Now remember that you have to have a lot of exposure. It's not that only the innovative ideas, but also idea or copy it from to be in the layman language, or to be very as simple as it is, to copy from other geography and put it here, and then you see that enterprise can also be successful. Now let me just give you one example. Now while I was studying in Lucknow, then this is a vehicle which is very popular in the rural areas in Uttar Pradesh, and this vehicle has tires from different vehicle. They have steering wheel from different. They have their chassis from a different vehicle. What they have done, they have brought different parts of different vehicle. They've assembled together, and they have they have manufactured one new kind of vehicle, and this vehicle can carry 20 people, and this is very popular in the in the rural areas of Uttar Pradesh. And this vehicle, to get the surprise, this vehicle is again resold. It is not that somebody has manufactured it and he is using it. He again selling this entire vehicle to somebody else. Now see, this is also a business. This is also a business. This is also you can name it as jugaad card. So just to give you some motivation, just to tell you that open your eyes, get exposure, see what world is doing, go what other places, what people are doing, and then get the motivation, right? Now this is my journey. Let me just share with you. Now I'm born and brought up in Arunachal Pradesh, and I have not even seen electricity for the entire day, just 4 hours of electricity in a day. Now I didn't even hear about IITs and all. So forget about IITs, have not heard about anything beyond just the class 10th or 12th CBSE NCERT books. And that time internet was also not there, so the data access, information accessibility was very, very poor. So only thing which was in my mind was a focus, a dream, that kuch karna hai, kuch bada karna hai, so that's a dream. So when I came to Assam after class 12, then only I came to know that that IITs are the best engineering colleges in India to study in. So I got into NIT, then it was called Regional Engineering College, REC. Now I got into REC, but then then after reaching there, then only I heard that okay, now IITs are should be the dream. So I prepared for it. It took me 2 years to get into IIT, but finally it happened. So focus, focus. And once I landed up in IIT, the focus was to go to United States, to go to US to study there or to work there. And I that was the goal in front of me, and I worked for that. So goal achieved after passing out. And once I reached to US, the goal was to do MS in one of the best universities. And then that goal came again, University of Michigan. And once I landed up in University of Michigan, I thought, okay, let me now go back and do something of of my own. So I came back to India, then wrote CAT examination, joined IIM Lucknow, and after that I never joined any company. So directly I came and started my own. So now why I'm telling you this story, that I'm no different from you, from the student of Nagaland. I'm no different. Probably you are more blessed than the time we were born. You have internet, you have access of information, you have this kind of sharing sessions where a lot of things. But in our time we didn't have anything, so you are more blessed. So take the opportunity of internet, take the opportunity of the faculty members, take the opportunity of this kind of platform, and work for a goal. Set up a goal. Without the goal, it can never happen. Nothing can happen without a goal. All right. Yeah. Now let me just tell you a different kind of entrepreneurs or enterprises. So one kind of enterprises is profit making, and one kind. Yes.
Soman, I'm just
Yes,
disturbing you, but just want to tell you that like our students are also from different parts of Northeast and also from different parts of India. So just to keep that in mind. Yeah, thank you.
Sure. So some chat box questions are coming. Okay, so yeah, somebody is asking that local innovative economy. Okay, I'll answer to this question. Let me just okay. Now I'm sure, like you have heard about social entrepreneurs, or may not be, so some of you may not have heard about social entrepreneurs. So there are two kind of businesses. One is typically profit making, and one is social enterprise. Now, what is social enterprise? Can anyone say? Can anyone unmute and tell what is social enterprise? Anyone may try. Anyone may try. Am I audible? Am I audible to you? Hello?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yeah. So without getting a reply, the doubt raises whether I'm audible or not. Anyways.
You're audible, sir.
Yeah. All right. Once what is social enterprise? Now, profit-making enterprise, we well understand that our success is measured on how much profit we are making. Social enterprise are those where our success is measured by how much social impact are we creating. Let's learn it with some example. Learn with some example. Now, this person, has anyone heard about this person, Irfan Alam? He runs an organization called Samman. Now, what he did, now this person is from Bihar, and in Bihar, what it was going on, like there is a rickshaw puller. Now, rickshaw puller take a rickshaw in a day from the owner of the rickshaw and called Malik, and the rickshaw puller give 40 rupees to Malik, and the Malik says that whatever you are earning for the entire day, the money is yours. Just give me 40 rupees for the rickshaw. Now, this person found a pain point for the rickshaw puller and found an opportunity there. What he did, he asked the rickshaw puller, okay, you give me 10 rupees and you can, and whatever money in addition to that you earn for the entire day, that's yours. Now, the benefit for the rickshaw puller was he is getting 30 rupees extra. Now, how this man is earning money? This person, what he did, he put advertisement on the back of the rickshaw. Now, there are a lot of organization, which put an advertisement on the back of the vehicle or rickshaw. Now, that is the revenue model for Samman. Samman earns money from advertising at the back of the rickshaw. Also, he started giving out value-added services. For example, selling a mobile recharge, or selling a package bottle of 10 rupees. Now, this was sold by the rickshaw puller to the customer. Now, rickshaw puller used to get some commission, or not used to. Rickshaw puller gets some commission from selling this product. Now, this person has 1 lakh rickshaw. Now, if you just think of 10 rupees per rickshaw, 1 lakh multiply by 10, that is 10 lakh revenue is his daily revenue generation. And if you look at the number, say 1 lakh rickshaw puller, that means if each rickshaw puller has 4 to 5 members in the family, then at least 4 to 5 lakh lives he's creating impact. So that is a social enterprise. The number of people, more people, he's creating impact in their life in an good manner, in a manner which they are benefited. That is a social enterprise. So this is a typical example of a social enterprise. Another example, let me give. This person, his name is Kaushalendra Jha, and what he did, he found a gap that vegetable, the hawkers, they take the vegetable on the day, and by the end of the day, if they're left with some vegetable, their vegetable get rotten, and that is a waste for them. What he designed a cart, and he gave this cart to this vegetable hawkers, and they bought it with, and he also arranged loans from the bank. He tied up with the bank and he arranged loan for this cart. Now these people could save their vegetable for the next day also. So that is again an impact this person is creating in the life of the bottom of the pyramid. Another example, this person is Sarath Babu. He is son of an idli maker. Mother sells idli on road. She used to sell idli on the roadside. Now this person got into IIM Ahmedabad, and after passing out of IIM Ahmedabad, he didn't look for a job. He started a company where he collects idli from many homemakers. That is the housewives. They make idli at home, and then he has a system of collecting those idli and selling it under one brand name. And now this person has become a millionaire. So this is again an impact he's creating at the bottom of the pyramid. This typically would be very suitable for even for Nagaland. This lady, she is a highly educated person and graduate from MIT. And then she came to India. Then she started giving beehives. The box where the bee produces honey. Now these boxes are given to the farmers, and they placed there in their farms. And when the honeybee, they move from one flower to other flower, the pollination happened, and the productivity of the farm increased by 30%. So the productivity of the farm increased, and she in turn got honey free of cost. And then she is selling honey with her own brand name. So there is an organization called Under the Mango Tree. So she is creating a very high impact in the life of the farmers. Again, bottom of the pyramid. This is an interesting story of a person who created a fridge which is run without electricity. So Mittikul, the Mittikul fridge, he named it. Now this is again a refrigerator which is roughly around $50. And is impacting in the life of the rural communities in India who cannot afford of a large refrigerator, or where electricity is a challenge. So this kind of refrigerator is working well in rural communities in India. So this is again a impact creating venture. This lady, she has developed a washing machine which is pedal operated. Again, this kind of washing machine is good for rural community and the people who cannot afford often large washing machine which is run by electricity. So just all this example, why I'm showing you, these are the typical example of a social enterprise. For us, it is very easy to understand what is a profit making venture, but for social entrepreneurs, when come into the mind, what is a social enterprise? The social enterprise are those which create, whose success is measured by the impact they create in the society. So I'm sure, like, with this example, you can very well connect like what a social enterprise are. This is a story from an Assam, Assam innovator, you can say. This two person, they created a bamboo windmill, and the bamboo windmill for around $100 to pump water from a small paddy field. The invention has now been adopted by Gujarati salt workers, who are some of the poorest people in the state, to pump brine water. So, instead of petrol-driven pumps, the windmill, bamboo windmill, is a workable model, and this is created by two persons in Assam. Let's see, some of the people who whom I could get over internet, from Nagaland. Has anyone heard about this startup, Angry Mother soap company? Anyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
sir.
I'm sure you have heard about it, you have seen it. So look at the idea she has. She's created this idea, she got this idea, and then it is a successful model now. So this is something which we are going to even discuss, the model of sustainability, where this thing will come again. But look at this lady, she's earning also good, and she's creating an impact also, and by selling full environmental friendly product. So just an example from your state. Have you heard about this person? Again, a lady from your state, and then creating an impact in the interior designing, in United States. So, some examples just to, make you aware that, being from there also, lot of things are possible. I'm sure you have heard about this person, right? And maybe you know also.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So again, this person is also creating some impact in the society. So just look at this, and now once we look at these examples, we should be and get encouragement that something being at Nagaland even, why Dimapur, even the interior part of Nagaland, some great thing can happen. And particularly during the COVID time, there are so many ventures coming up now, and you'll be surprised to see that I'm sure, there are many things happening in your state also. In Assam too, there are so many ventures coming up, small ventures. People are even leaving jobs. Some people are thrown out of the job, and some people are leaving the job by themselves and starting a business, because we see there is a lot of opportunity coming up. Now, entrepreneurship as a career. Now, what happens when somebody joins a job? Now, this box, this entire square box, this is an organization. And this black dot is a department. Now, when somebody joins a company, somebody join a department, maybe a department of HR, maybe a department of marketing, or maybe a department of technology. So when somebody join a job, he or she joins a very specific department, and when he or she start working, they get the knowledge of only of the department, and their knowledge get limited to that only. And over the years, when they gather experience, they grow in the organization. Even then, if they're working in that department, only departmental knowledge is what they're gathering. But if you start an organization, you have to have the knowledge of everything. As a result, your knowledge will be far beyond the person who has joined a job. So what I mean to say that, there are a lot of benefit of starting your own enterprise. And if you start at a younger age, it's more beneficial. Because if you look at the profile of the people whom corporates are now looking for, they're looking for people who have the skills of an entrepreneur. People having a skill of an entrepreneur, they are preferred in the corporate jobs. And as a result, if you just start something, and even if you fail, you're much better than the people who have not started, or who have joined a job in the very lower level, and then they have just the knowledge of only very specific thing. For example, one day I was interacting with a person from district industry, DIC, right? Now, when I asked this person about the scheme the DIC has, the person said that I only do the registration. Now, look at, being an organization also, one person knows only how to register the entrepreneurs and cannot tell about the schemes the organization is providing for the entrepreneurs. Now, this is just an example I thought of bringing here, that once you start your own, the knowledge will be tremendous, and this knowledge will help you to grow in your entire life. Trust me, this is something even the corporate is looking for these days. Okay, now there are two options. One option is right after the graduation you start it, or you complete some business education and then go for the enterprise. Now see, a lot of people start enterprise. For example, we give the example of an company, Apple or Microsoft. All these people, if you look at the founder, are dropouts. They are college dropouts, but they are entirely different. Let's be realistic. And not they are extraordinary people. No, we are not like them. So for a backup option, we should complete our graduation. And graduation, if you complete with a good score, that is an asset for you for your lifetime. And if you feel that, okay, after graduation, let me complete MBA or agribusiness management, ABM, that will also definitely add value for starting a business, but not necessary, but is, definitely will add value. This is not a necessary thing to start a business, but definitely will add value. So if you're thinking that, you'll complete it, go ahead and complete it, because these are the fallback option. If your venture fails after 4 or 5 years of working, if you have degree, if you have experience of starting your own venture, then definitely you'll have a very good job in the market. So keep that in mind. All right. Now, looking at the characteristic of an entrepreneur, how a person, how an entrepreneur is, or what are the characteristics? The person should have vision. The person should be highly energetic. They should be having goal, focus in life, to achieve something. Self-confidence. You should not be afraid of getting failure. Don't worry, nothing will happen. Even if you fail, only you will lose 2-3 years from your life. For us, the most important, or the most biggest pressure for us is the peer pressure. Now, if somebody outside is doing a very good job and he or she is very successful, we never care about it. But if our friend become a very good successful in their career, then that bring a lot of pressure in us. We are very worried. So that is the pressure you need to handle, the peer pressure. So don't worry, even if you fail, you'll just 2-3 years you'll lose in your life. Handle the peer pressure, and there will always be job for you in the market. The person need to be creative, not that always the innovative idea. As I said, the idea can be brought from some other region also. Tolerance of ambiguity, that is something should be there in the character of an entrepreneur. Internal locus of control. The control should be, you should be controlling yourself. That kind of characteristic should be there within you. And this kind of characteristic can also be developed. It is not that entrepreneurs are born, it can be developed also. All right. Requirement, evidence of current customer value. Remember that even your product might be very, very unique. It is very, very good. But if it is not sold in the market, the product doesn't have any value. So customer should understand the value in the product. The customer value, that is, we call this value proposition, right? So it should add value to the customer's life. That kind of thing you should identify. Sound business model, we will discuss about the business model today. Effective team with the right skill and resources. These are some of the requirements. We'll discuss about the team, we'll discuss about the business model in due course in the program. All right. Now, a new dimension for business entrepreneur, that is sustainability. Now, I'm sure, like, you have been hearing a lot of environmental impacts which is happening around you: global warming, resources depletion, solid waste, air pollution, water pollution, and now the viral impact, right? We do not even know, like, whether it is an virus which is created in the lab or it is a natural one. But there is a controversy going on. But again, if it is natural also, or it is man-made also, somehow it is impacted the environment. So there are a lot of environmental impact which is happening across us. Now, for becoming an enterprise to be successful, we should keep in mind that we should think of three vertical, that is environmental, economic, and social. Our business should not harm environment. If it is harming environment, it is not a long-term business. Economic sustainability, business should be profitable. Business should be profitable. That is the very basic of the business. Whatever you do, it should be profit generation, or to be sustaining by itself. Social impact, whatever you do, think of how it is creating impact in the society. The people around you, are they happy? Are you involving them? Is something good happening in their life for the business you are doing? Then it is a community success. This kind of venture will have a long-term prospect. So environmental vertical, economic vertical, and social angle. These are three things which have to keep in mind for a business to be successful. And this is you'll see that in future that there will be a lot of norms. The industry, the business which is creating some environmental impact, there will be a lot of norms, regulations, and there will be a lot of economical implication for this kind of regulations. So keep that in mind when you design the business plan. All right. Now, if you look at this, many of the businesses we have been doing post industrialization, these are called cradle to grave design. Cradle to grave design means we take raw material from the environment, we manufacture it, and then finally the end product, after the consumer use the product, this goes to landfill, to the land waste, and this is just used for land filling purpose, and this is not degradable in the environment, and this is remaining there for numbers of years. So this is called a cradle to grave design. So keep that in mind when you're designing a product, when you're writing a business plan. If your product is a cradle to grave design, that product, that business might not be sustainable for a long period of time. What you need to do is designing a cradle to cradle design. Now let me just give you some example of a cradle to cradle design. For example, there are chairs which we buy and for our children, and these chairs are small chairs. Now once the children grow up, then these chairs get are becoming of no use, because adult cannot sit and the children has also grown up, and then we have to throw these chairs, or these chairs are at least not useful for us anymore. Now there's a company which is which is designing chair, and you see the chairs are useful for the children and even for the adult. So this is a design which we can say is cradle to cradle design. That is, the design is useful, the product is useful for longer period of time, and not that the children has grown up and the product is now waste product. Again, an example of a company called, what they do, Dunlop Wellington boots, they are made of polyurethane and PVC and rubber. Once the product is used, or people have used it, they have a system of recollecting the product. They collect them, then again this raw material are used for the future product development. So this is again a design, as business model design they have done for cradle to cradle design for this kind of product. This company, what they are doing, they are 100% recycled plastic coffee mug with as much as post-consumer recycled plastic content as possible. Now, what happened? Particularly the packaged drinking water bottles. These water bottles we buy 10 rupees, 20 rupees, and then we drink the water and then we throw it. But remember, these plastic bottles are very, very harmful for our environment, and they are not even. Some of the plastic bottles are not even recyclable. Now, this is an impact we're creating in the environment, and we may not suffer, but our next generation might suffer a lot on this. Tomorrow, this can impact, result into some other disaster, and our next generation will suffer, and just blame this to us. Now, if our business model, if our product are something of that orientation, keep in mind that kind of product we should avoid making, and we should be more environment friendly. Of course, the product should be profitable, and then it should also have a positive impact in the society. This is again another example. What they do, they collect the seed belt, they collect the tarpaulin from the truck, they collect the inner tube, and then they make bags. So again, everything which is waste they collect, and they are creating very good bags, and these bags are sold at a premium price. Now, let's come to starting a new venture. So before that, just let me stop sharing. Let me ask you, any question from anyone? Any question from anyone? All right, seems no question. All right, let me share the screen once again. All right, now let's come to our point of discussion of how we start a venture. Now, first is idea. Of course, you need an idea. Then the idea is something you love to do, and you're good doing it, and that idea should be in demand in the market. It is not that something you love to do, but it doesn't have any demand in the market. The idea should be like that, which the customers are looking for. Customers, they are the god for us. They are something they are looking for. That idea, you should begin your enterprise. Now, once you have the idea, then you need, what do you need? Participants. Once you have the idea, what do you need? Hello, am I audible to you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So just I'm saying, you have the idea, that this idea, this product has market demand in the market. Then what do you need to start? What do you need to start a business?
Planning, sir.
Planning. Sir. Money, right? That's a good answer. I liked it. So you say money. Starting, to start a venture, you need money. So why will you get the money? How will you get the money? Bank.
Loans and banks, sir.
Loans and banks. Anybody else? Where will you get money?
So maybe investors.
Investors. Anybody else? Where will you get money? Money from?
Home, sir.
Home. Okay.
So some organizations.
Some organization. All right. See.
Teams.
Pardon? Yeah. We call it
schemes.
Schemes. Okay. See, you have an idea. Yeah, tell me. All right, you have an idea and you said that you will get money from bank. Very difficult. You know, it's very difficult. The bank will give you loan. Bank will ask for so many documents. You know, they have to have a proof of concept. You say that you'll get from investor. It's again very difficult to convince the investor that your idea is really workable. There's so many people are daily, they are going to bank, they're going to investor, they're going to government for asking money. Which to choose, which not to choose, that's something, is very, very important. But before even that, you need money. Money comes from 3F. Can you tell me what are these 3F mean? F. Can anyone tell me?
Friends, sir. Friends.
Friends, yes. And?
Family.
Family. And what is the third F? Friend, family, yes. What is the third F?
Friends, family.
The third F stands for fools. F-O-O-L, fools. So somebody investing in a business, which is a new business, and there is no track record of it, your business will be successful or not, nobody knows it. If they are investing in a business, they need to be fool. Only the fool can invest in a business. That means you have to convince a person in such a manner to invest in a business that they will invest, but they, at the bottom, they have to be fools. Friend, family, and fools. We call it in enterprise terms, we get the first money from 3F, that is friend, family, and fools. Once we have this money also called seed money, S-E-D, seed money. Okay. Now, once you have this money, you need more money for the business to grow. Then we approach more people or more organization, and we get some more money. This money comes from people called angel, A-N-G-E-L, angel. Padi, fairy, angel. Now these people are called angel investor. Some, initial funding comes as a seed money. That is, you are growing a seed for the plant to grow. Now, more money, they are called angel. Now, why do you get the angel investor? We know that these are the angels who will invest in your business. Now, why do you get it? This can be a person with whom you have a good reputation, rapport, or you can approach organizations. For example, there are organized angel investor. For example, Mumbai Angel. This is an angel organization where there are a lot of people, they're angels, and they invest in small businesses looking for profit. That is their business. There is an organization called NEN, National Entrepreneurship Network. They also have angels. There are organization called TIE, TIE. They also have angels. So there are many angel investing organizations. So you can approach them. But basic fundamental for approaching any investor, angel investor, they will ask for a document, and that document is called business plan. And as a result, business plan is a very, very important document for any person who is thinking of starting an enterprise. So again, just to refresh, first money we got from friend, family, and fools, that is seed money. Then we approach for the angel investor. If we get the angel investment, then we need more money, 30 lakh, 1 crore, 40 lakh, in that range we need money, or maybe in crores. Then we approach other people, and they are called venture capitalist, VC, venture capitalist. They are more bigger organization, for example, in India or in Northeast, typically, if you look at, there is only one venture capitalist organization, that is net fee. I'm sure you have heard about it, net fee. They have created 100 crore of corpus fund called Northeast Venture Fund. Northeast Venture Fund. Now, through this Northeast Venture Fund, they are investing in startups. Now, this is the only venture fund we see in Northeast, which is again a government-oriented venture fund. There is no public venture fund organization in Northeast. Of course, there are other in outside Northeast. Now, once you approach this venture capitalist firm, they will ask for a document, and that is your business plan. So it is very, very important for any one of us, whoever is whoever has thought of starting their own venture, it's very, very important to start writing a business plan. And so attend this session well, all these sessions, and get ready with a business plan. Now there are a lot of competitions also happening across India, across world, business plan competition. Now, for example, I'll give you, I'm from IIM Lucknow campus. Every year in IIM Lucknow, there is an event, is a business plan competition event, where many people participate as a group, 3-4 person group. They send business plan. And if a business plan gets selected, you'll be called to the IIM Lucknow campus. And then you'll have to present in front of the investor. And in an event, even up to, we have seen that 1 crore of investment is also given. So it can be anyone. It can be you also, participating in a business plan competition, and then win a business plan competition and get initial money funded for your business. So business plan writing is very, very important. All right. Next thing. Before starting writing a business plan, first thing you need to work on is business model. Business model. What is a business model? Everything it takes to make something. Design, raw material, manufacturing, labor, and so on. Everything it takes to sell that thing. Everything it takes to make something. Everything it takes to sell that thing. How and what the customer pays. That is entire business plan. In a layman language, a business plan is a description of how a business make money. First thing, you have to develop a business model. Once you are developed with the business model, and then the second stage comes of writing a business plan. Now let's discuss on how you write a business model, how you prepare a business model. Business model versus business plan. Business model, a single diagram of your entire business, a single diagram. Business plan is a document investor make you write when they don't read it. Even if they don't read it, some business plan are written and sent to the investor. They first read the executive summary. Executive summary is the beginning of the business plan. Now, if they like the executive summary, then they go to the financials. Financial, if anybody from the BCom background, they will, or MBA background, they will know that there are called financial statements. Now, 3 statements are very, very important. One is balance sheet, one is cash flow statement, and one is profit and loss statement. These are the 3 important financial statements which are very, very important for any business. Now, once the investor see that the executive summary is good, the investor goes to the financial. And if they like the financial, okay, the business is making profit in so and so years. And if they find that, yes, it is scalable model, it is profitable model, then they start writing the entire business plan. Otherwise, all the effort you have put in writing the business plan, if your executive summary and financials are not good, then the business plan remain as unread business plan. So hope you understood what is the difference between a business model and a business plan. Now, business model, as you know that for any kind of learning, there are various tools. I'm sure, like, when even in the college, if it is a maths problem, in that also there are so many ways of solving it. Now, to write the business model, there are many ways of writing a business model. One of the way is business model canvas. And trust me, this tool or this method is a very good one, and you should learn it properly, and will be very, very useful for you when your group meet up, and then you brainstorm on how your business will make money, how your business will grow. This model, this tool will be very, very useful. So you should learn it in a very good manner. Business model canvas. Okay. Now, what is a business model canvas? Business model can be best be described through 9 basic building blocks that show the logic of how a company intend to make money. In the business model canvas, there will be 9 blocks. 9 blocks. Out of these 9 blocks, these 9 blocks are divided into four basic areas, 4 main areas. That is, one area is customer, other area is product, third area is infrastructure, and fourth area is financial viability. The business model is like a blueprint for a strategy to be implemented through organizational structure, process, and system. Now, in a layman language, I have an idea. Now I have to put up the idea on paper, how my idea will be sold to the customer, what are the various things we need for making that product, how much cost it will be for making the product, what are the various revenue stream, how the money will come, and how are we going to support the customer. Everything is written on a single page. That is called the blueprint of your entire business. And this is called a business model. And we are using a tool called business model canvas. Okay. Now, 4 important areas of business model canvas: customer relationship, infrastructure management, product innovation, financial aspect. You'll learn more when we go ahead in the presentation. Okay, just a quiz. Can anyone tell what are the 4 areas covered by the business model canvas? Just now we have seen main 4 areas. Just to check whether you're sleeping or not. Anybody? What are the 4 areas covered by business model canvas?
Customer,
Customers,
Yes.
products,
Products, yes.
profit,
infrastructure,
Infrastructure.
financial aspects.
Very good, very good. That motivates us more to interact, Right. Rightly said, these are 4 main areas. Most important area, maybe the product. Okay, this is the most important. Let's see the business model, the 9 blocks in the business model canvas. We have seen customer relationship. We have seen, the other 3 areas. Let's go deeper into it. Now, first is customer. You need to find out who are your target. The product you are developing, this product will be sold to whom? They are your customer. They are your customer, right? Now, customer and consumer, these are 2 different things. Customer who pays money to you, and consumer maybe not they're paying money, but they're using. For example, a baby at home. Baby is consuming, say, some milk product. The baby is not buying the product, but baby is the consumer of it. Its parent is the customer of that product. So you have to identify who are the customer, who are the customer of your product. According to that, the product which you have defined and you have identified the customer. According to the customer, you have to set up your value proposition, that how your product is adding value to your customer. That should be very, very clear to the customer, so that the customer can value your product. Then how this product will be delivered to the customer. That is called channel. That is called channels. You can see at the bottom, channels is written. This truck, this truck is taking this product to the customer. This is called channel. Now, channel can be different. Now, these days, the online channel, this again a channel of delivery. It can be, online. It can be offline channels, right? Now, a customer has bought the product for once. Then you as a business owner, you want the customer should repeat the purchase. So that is how you retain the customer. One is acquiring new customer. Second is after you sell your product or sell your service, how you maintain relationship. That is called customer relationship. That is customer relationship. So by selling the product to the customer through channels, what are the various revenues? How are you generating revenues? Revenues can be, say, by one-time selling the product. Revenues can be a subscription model, that is, you are subscribing to some channel, TV channel, subscription model. Revenues can be for example, a freemium product. You are using, say Zoom. You are using a Zoom platform. There is a limitation of number of hours. Now, free, you are getting some minutes as an, you can use it. But if you want to use beyond that, then it will be charged. That is called freemium. Free plus premium. This is called freemium, revenue stream. So there are various kind of revenue stream. So by selling the product. Now, what are the key activities? What are the key activities for making the product? What are the key activities for delivering the channel through the channels? What are the key activities for maintaining a good customer relationship? So this comes under key activities. For doing the key activities, what are the key resources you need? And whom we will partner with? They comes under key partners. And what will be the cost of entire thing? That comes under the cost structure. Now let's go little more details in this business model canvas. Okay. As I said, these are the 9 blocks. Now, first block, on the right side, customer segment. For whom are we creating value? Who are most important customer? So these are the questions you should ask yourself as a team when you brainstorm for developing a business model. You ask yourself, who are my customer? For whom are we creating this product? This kind of question, when you ask yourself, write it down. Write it down in this block. Then come to the value proposition. What value do we deliver to the customer? Which one of the customer's problem are we helping to solve? What bundle of product and services are we offering to each customer segment? Which customer need are we satisfying? Once you have written who are your customer, what value are you adding to this customer's life? What problem are you solving? Then what need are you satisfying of your customers? Those things will come under the value proposition. Once you have written down, filled up this block, you have filled up the value proposition block, come to the channels. Through which channel do our customer segment want to be reached? How are we reaching them now? How are your channels integrated? Which ones work best? Which one are most cost efficient? How are we integrating them with customer routines? So these are again various questions. When you ask yourself, you'll get a lot of answers. Write those answers under the channel block. Then come to the customer relationship. What type of relationship does each of our customer segment expect us to establish and maintain? Which one have we established? how are they integrated with the rest of our business model? How costly are they? You know, when you ask this kind of questions to yourself, you know what kind of relationship your customer should, you should have, your company should have after selling the product. It's called after sales service. You know, what kind of relationship you should maintain so that customer is happy, customer spread your product, awareness to a number of people outside by word of mouth, and also customer come back and buy the product once again. That is, repurchasing the product. So that comes under customer relationship. What kind of relationship customer is looking for? Ask question and then fill up the block. Brainstorm in your team. Then comes to the block of key activity. What key activities do our value proposition require to make the product? What kind of key activities are required? What kind of key activities are required for our distribution channel? What kind of key activities are required for customer relationship? And what kind of key activities are required for revenue stream? Then comes to the revenue stream. What kind of revenue stream we'll have? We'll have fixed revenue, we'll have subscription revenue, we have commission revenue, we have percentage revenue, and so on. There can be very many, in terms of revenue stream, type of revenue stream. So write down all the revenue stream which you think you can, your business can have in the revenue stream block. Then come to the key partner, key resources. For the key activities, what are the resources you require and what kind of partnership are you looking for? That is key partner. Then comes to the cost structure. What are the most important costs inherent in our business model? Which key resources are most expensive? Which key activities are most expensive? What are fixed costs? What are variable costs? So on. There are many costs which will, which you can think of for your business. All these costs, just note it down in the cost structure block of your business model canvas. Okay. Now let's do an example. To understand this in a more clear form, let's do an example. Let's take an example of Airbnb. Has anyone heard about this company brand Airbnb?
Yes, sir.
What they do? What does Airbnb do?
They rent people for accommodation.
For accommodation. You know where from this Airbnb term came from? Why it is called Airbnb? Anybody has any idea? Okay. There were two friends. Okay, there are two friends. Now they were students. They were living in a town in US, and then they went for their education in a different town. Now, when they went to the town, they rented a small property with 2 rooms. As a student, everyone need money. So in US, the students, they normally, when I was also studying, I also used to work in pizzeria, Domino's. So this kind of, you work, you can do, they pay well. They pay almost like, in my time, at least they used to pay $5, $10, per hour. So per hour work. Apart from that, of course, this teaching assistant, library assistant jobs are also there in the university campuses, but you can earn your own money. Now, these two fellows, what they did, they were needing money. And then they decided, okay, we have 2 rooms in our, rented house. Why can't we stay in one room and give rent to the other room? What they did, they bought a bed. The bed was like, I'm sure like you have seen those kind of bed which you can blow up with air, and then it takes a form of a bed. So they named this is an the name come from that only, Airbnb. They blowed up the air and they formed the bed. Once they have advertised it, they brought, these two friends brought a third friend in their team who made a website, and then they put up an ad of renting this one room. Now once the customer came, they realized the customer need food also. What they did, they started giving breakfast. So the entire name came to be Air, Bed and Breakfast, right? So from there, this Airbnb, because the bed was of air blown inside, and bed and breakfast. So from there, the name came. Now, if you look at Airbnb model, for them, the most challenging thing was how to convince a property owner that they will accommodate some stranger, and to convince the stranger that you go and stay in somebody else's house. Staying in a hotel is different, but go and stay in somebody's house. And of course, the fear comes, for the guest, like if something I break and the host is angry with me at night, if the host kill me. For the house owner, the most worry part is a person is coming, a stranger is coming. We don't know how the stranger will be, what he or she will do at night. And the most worried part, if the house owner, the host is a female, a single female, and a stranger is coming and staying at night in her house, if something goes wrong in the night. So all these, doubts, all these difficulties, all these challenges were there in front of Airbnb. But the important thing, what the opportunity in front of Airbnb was that many people go in group, say 6 to 7 people group, they went to somewhere. The hotels normally have, say two bedrooms, a 2-bedded room or 3-bedded room. Only few hotel will have 4-bedded room. Now, if a group has 6-7 members, they'll have to take multiple rooms. That means multiple amount of rent they will have to give per room. Moreover, some group want to stay together. So that also is not possible in a hotel. So this was an opportunity in front of Airbnb. Another opportunity was a lot of people cannot afford hotel. So affordability or in a house was also an opportunity. And it should be win-win situation for both the customer and the accommodation, or accommodation owners, accommodation providers, house owners. The opportunity for them was house owners will also earn extra money by renting their 1 room or 2 room or the entire house of them. So this was the opportunity in front of Airbnb. Now, how you create a business model canvas for Airbnb? That is something we have just seen, a business model canvas. Now let's apply that to this case study of Airbnb. All right. Now let's look at customer segment. As I said, customer segment. Who are our customer? Vacation travelers. Who are our customer? House owners who need money. These are our 2 customers. Now look at this exercise very carefully. We have seen the theoretical aspect of business model canvas. Now what we are discussing is a case study of Airbnb. I've told you what Airbnb is. Now we are just writing business model canvas for Airbnb. Now there are 2 kinds of customer for Airbnb: customer segment, vacation traveler, house owners who need money. Challenges or the value which they are giving to the customer. The most important value is trust. Trust is the most important value. For the travelers, trust, that is, I'm going to stay in somebody's house. For me, trust is the most important thing, that how the house owner will be, For the house owner, how the stranger will be. That is the trust the house owner should have on the stranger. So this is the value proposition. Now, what Airbnb gave trust to both this segment. How they give the trust? They announced 1 lakh dollar of insurance. Insurance. If something goes wrong, they'll give this. So they tied up with the insurance company, and something goes wrong, if somebody is killed in the house, they will give $1 lakh of insurance money to that. So this is a big trust they have provided to the customer. What other value proposition what they have provided is lower price and offer variety. They want single room, they want entire house, they want entire apartment, they want an apartment with with a facility of self cooking. They want an apartment where there are different kind of services are provided. For example, some houses they even provide, say for some houses they provide authentic local food of that place. Some even provide service of massages. So there are so many variety of offerings which the customers are getting, the travelers are getting from the host. Some houses have become guide of that local town. So you do not need to hire an official guide to go and see the town. You go and meet the host. Host will arrange everything from the vehicle, and he or she will go along with you as a guide. So they are also the guide. So this variety offering, lower price and trust, these are the value proposition which Airbnb has provided to the customer. Well, they sell their product through online platform. Customer relationship, as I said, they provide $1 million of insurance. They provide good experience and easy access. Their website is very, very simple, and very simple and easy to access. And look at the property, look at the rating of the host. You can look at the host rating, how the host is, by reading the reviews the other travelers have given. So all this kind of comes under customer relationship. What a revenue stream? One revenue comes from room rental commission. The other revenue comes from customer commission. And third revenue comes from service rendered. For example, massage service, guide service, local food service. So these are the various revenue streams. Room rental they get from the house owners. Customer, whoever booked through Airbnb, whatever they have paid to the house owner, from that Airbnb get a commission of it. So this is the various revenue model. What are the various activities required for this marketing, that is digital marketing particularly, because they're an online platform? Platform maintenance charge, website maintenance, customer services, and local legislation. Local legislation, because the hotel owners, they say that how come that Airbnb, the host, for example, there may be an Airbnb house in Dimapur also. Now this house owner, they do not need to pay GST. They do not need to pay GST. Now hotel find that this is a threat to the hotel community. Airbnb is creating a threat to the hotel community because the prices are lower. Travelers are going to their houses. So to avoid it, to put a roadblock, they have filed a case to the government that how can these house owners do not pay GST, whereas they are also providing the same service as hotel is providing. So some activities are legal, are required for local legislation purpose also. That is the key activities. What are the key resources? Internet network, homes, events, skill employee, and of course, data, captured data, because data are the most important thing for Airbnb. Partners, the rental host, event host, they do a lot of tie up with the event sponsorship. For example, if there is an event in Meghalaya and the event knows that so many people will be coming, so they tie up with the event organizer for providing host, because they have the houses with them who can provide accommodation, and they tie up with the event organizer. So they are the key partners. Investor, of course, they need money, so they are the key partners. And corporate travel partners, they tie up with the corporate HR also, and wherever this employee go of that corporate, whichever location, they provide their services. That is the rental homes they provide. So they have tie up with the corporate also. Cost structure, salaries, cost of payment processing, expansion in new cities, insurances, and regulation. This is the few of the cost structure. So I hope you have understood now how to use a business model canvas for developing your business model of an idea which you have. All right, that's all from my side. Let's open up for question. Yeah, people can ask, participant can ask question. Hello? Am I audible to you? Hello?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So you can ask question.
I request the students to kindly clarify whatever you need to, or some questions in your mind, please. I especially request the final years to be more interactive and participate. CR of the class, are you here? Final year?
Yeah, students should come up with questions, business model canvas, because they have to start with that. So if some of them, they can ask some questions, either for clarification or getting some more details, that will be better.
Yes.
I hope the student, it is clear to you, business model canvas, because this is an important tool which you should use for developing a business model. And once you develop the business model, then comes your business planning document, which is the next step. We'll go ahead.
I hope they're very clear. They are not asking. I hope they're very clear on this.
Okay.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Yes, please ask.
For the business model canvas, do we have to follow the sequence that you have given us? Like the first with the customer segment,
Yes.
then customer relationship, like that?
Yes, you'll have to follow the sequence, then it will come in the structured manner. Otherwise, you cannot jump into the key activities without knowing your values or the product you are creating. If you do not know the product you are creating, if you do not know the channel, you are delivering services, if you do not know the customer relationship, then you cannot design your key activities. Once you do not know the key activities, you cannot say what are the key resources required. Right? So this is linked. These are linked in the serial manner. So you'll have to go serial in that manner.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So, I suggest particularly as Madam said, the final years are now developing some modules. I suggest, you take it as an exercise and you develop your business model for your, particular module you are working. You develop a business model for it, one page document. Your team can discuss whatever member you have, 16 member, 10 member, 12 member. The entire member can take up 1 month block, or 2-3 members can take up one block and fill up the block and create the business model canvas. That will be useful for you for going forward.
Actually, Soman, the issue is because of the pandemic, they are not here in the campus, so they are at their own homes, and then that's how they have to do their business all alone. It will be an individual business. So even the business model also, they have to do it all by themselves.
Okay.
Only maybe 1.5 months later, when they come back to the campus, maybe they'll have a team, but right now, they're all alone.
Okay.
But even I think in this case, because they will have similar goals, suppose one student has joined a particular component of ELP. So for brainstorming and getting ideas, they can collaborate with each other. Of course, they will be developing alone. But collaboration and brainstorming, getting thoughts and ideas, that can be shared well.
And student, you can also use this kind of Zoom platform and all, because you never know till when this pandemic will go, and and even we do not know whether the next pandemic will come. So we have to get ready with any kind of situation. And let's be global in nature. Let's be adaptive to the technology platforms for interaction, for brainstorming. Students, you can form small groups among you, and you can start interacting with you on this kind of platform itself, because we never know when this pandemic is going to end.
Yeah, that's true. I think that's a very good suggestion, and I think these small groups, like for example poultry module, and then the dairy modules and all that, you can also have your own Zoom meeting. I'm sure among your group, somebody can create be the host, and then invite your friends, and you can have this meeting. And maybe what Soman just said about developing as a team, that can also, I think, be done through these Zoom meetings. So maybe you can give them an exercise of our students. There are 7 groups.
Right. So either the group can develop this business model on their own module, or you can take an example. Let's say business model canvas on ginger and turmeric. These are the two areas that might be related to you also. So ginger and turmeric processing unit in Nagaland, in Dimapur, right? So you can just think of this kind of idea and start developing business model. We can review that also. I can also help you out on the reviewing your business model canvas once you send it.
I think here I would just like to suggest here that ginger and turmeric processing unit, they may think little later, but right now they have to develop a business plan for their own vocation, especially the ELP component. So what I suggested here, that the members can group together for brainstorming, getting an ideas, but their focus, but their customer focus will be entirely different because they are located at different locations. So they may not plan to perform in the same way, single way, but idea generation, idea sharing can be done in group, so that they can help each other in terms of generating ideas, brainstorming, and helping each other to develop a canvas for their business model.
Right.
So then let's do this. We'll let each of this group to develop this one. So maybe Soman, you can just kind of review it for them so that they'll be able to prepare that, and tomorrow they can either bring there or they can upload it in the group, and we can.
Yeah, because today it is very clear they have to start with customer focus, because they should know then channels and everything, and then resources. So something is already in their mind. Now there is only that they have to bring on the blueprint. So let them think over, and then they can bring tomorrow just for sharing in the group or maybe individually also.
Right.
That will be better.
So Soman, maybe you can just.
Right, madam, and right, sir. So, yes, student, you can, I'm sure, you have already defined groups. So, group wise, you can work, and then, you create one business model canvas, and you can mail me also. I'll share my email ID. You can mail me also. I can, give comment to you.
Is that okay, students? Especially the final years. Of course, there are other participants, but we are, as we are focusing more on the final years. So, final years, are you okay with this? Will you be able to do it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, once some of you or each group will submit, then based on that we can also have discussion whether your model canvas is proper or some modification is required. What can be done in a best way? So that is to start with.
And I think Soman will also be able to review how much the student are able to understand and able to, get
right,
the you've said, yeah.
Right, we can do that.
Okay. So then for today, should we wind up here?
Yes, we can. If student doesn't have any question, we can wind up here. Else you can ask question and then we can address them.
I think today is the first session, so maybe they're a bit reluctant, but I'm sure that as the day goes by, they get more familiar with you and your team. They'll be bringing up the questions, yeah. So with this, I think I'll take this privilege to thank you. And then tomorrow, again, same time, I hope the students will bring their exercise so that Somen and the team will be able to have a look.
Yeah, I think it will be good if you can mail me that prior, so we can may not be tomorrow we can review, maybe day after tomorrow we can review your business model canvas. So take some time, I think that will be good. 2 days you can take time, the group can take 2 days of time and send me through mail. I'll review it day after tomorrow.
Yeah, that will be right.
All right.
Yes, that will be better.
Okay, great.
So let me share my email ID with you. So is it visible to you?
Yes.
No, not yet. Yeah, now it will come. Yeah.
No, it's already visible. It was visible, now it's gone.
Or can be written in chat box also if any difficult.
Yeah, I think it's visible.
Yeah,
now.
it's visible. Yeah, we can see your
No,
email,
it's
phone numbers.
Yeah, student can note the email, or you can send me through WhatsApp also. This same number works in WhatsApp, so anything is fine.
Yeah, so I think with this we'll have to wind up. And,
Madam, do you have a WhatsApp group with the final years?
Yeah, we do have.
In that group also, if you can add me, so for during this period we can at least interact in that group also on this assignment and all.
Sure. Yeah, for this period we can add you.
For this period, yes.
Yeah, right. Okay, we'll do that.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, sir. Thank you a lot.
Okay, thank you so much. It was a very nice deliberation.
Yeah. Okay, see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
See you. Yeah, bye-bye.
And everyone, good night.
Yeah, good night.